Welcome to Sony Pro Live. My name is Deon LeCointe, and I am the Senior Manager for Sports and IP Solutions at Sony North America's Professional Solutions of America division. This is the second video in our multi-part series on IP live production. Welcome to the journey as we try to demystify this market trend of transitioning from SDI coaxial-based live production environments to an end-to-end IP-based environment for broadcast and production applications. This video will primarily be focused on Sony's IP offerings currently available in the market. In the first video, we talked about creating an end-to-end environment that included cameras, production servers, switchers, graphics, multi-viewers, and other critical elements of the end-to-end production environment. Well, I'm very happy to say that Sony has a full catalog of IP-enabled equipment already available in the marketplace today. They include products that manage operations of your end-to-end IP system, acquisition, including cameras, production, including switchers and production servers, processing, which is really support for legacy equipment that will not support IP, and monitoring for converting your signal and viewing your signal in an IP environment. Let's start off with the operations side and talk about the IP Live System Manager. This represents the brains of the operation. This is controlling every aspect of your IP Live production system. It forms the central control point for the entire system and offers a range of features that you won't find in a traditional SDI infrastructure. It provides an IP-based AV routing application, provides configuration management for all devices connected to the system, including your network switches, the network management tool for bandwidth reservation, quality of service, and other network features, and a fully featured application for integration and interoperability with third-party systems as well. It provides redundant configuration and comes with a pre-installed workstation, and it's where you perform your setup for your AV devices and your network switches. So every device is visible within the environment. From a router perspective, it provides your normal AV router functionalities, including name, tally, status, macros, and so on. Here are just two quick GUI snapshots of the IP Live System Manager. We really wanted to create a GUI that would really enhance the broadcast engineer's ability to manage the end-to-end IP production system. On your left, what you'll find is an overview of all devices connected to the network, including which switches they are connected to in that environment. As you can see, those blue lines represent active cabling and active signals that aren't having any issues, and this is an active display. So as devices are connected and disconnected, or if there are any errors or issues that occur in the environment, this display will alert the viewer, the administrator, the broadcast engineer to what's going on with the environment so that they can address any issues. On the right, you'll find a more traditional AV router crosspoint interface showing all of your sources at the very top and your destinations along the right-hand side. This interface can actually be operated on a touchscreen display or any computer, any device that's connected to the network with the proper authentication. So you can easily touch and highlight your crosspoints, your desired crosspoints, to transmit your signal from the source to its destination. This can also be configured so that end users within specific groups within your organization have access to only the signals that are relevant to their work. So if you want people in production to only access sources A through D, and you want people in the live production part of the facility to access signals E through J, you can actually segment that off so that they only see signals that are relevant to their project. One of the first legacy products that we introduced into the market, and legacy in the terms of being able to support products that don't have an IP roadmap, is the NXLK IP40F. This is an SDI-IP conversion board, which allows you to convert to and from SDI and IP for HD and 4K applications. It is equipped with dual 10 gig SFP Plus ports and can support 4 HD SDI signals, 2 3G SDI signals, or 1 UHD 4K signal. As I mentioned in video number 1, the NXLK IP40F also supports hitless failover redundancy. If you take a look at the image here, you'll see that there are 2 SFP Plus connectors. Each of those connectors are active and are broadcasting packets simultaneously. So in the event that there is a failure across network path number 1, network path number 2 is always active and the signals will always transmit, therefore securing and guaranteeing that your live production continues without any hits or any issues in the event of a network failure. The sister product to the NXLK IP40F is the NXLK IP45F. This is also an SDI-IP converter board, but we've also added an audio multiplex and demultiplex feature to the IP45F. This allows you to input embedded audio signals, whether in an IP realm or in an SDI realm, and we can then de-embed or separate that audio from the embedded signal. We can also work in vice versa. You can also input discrete audio and discrete video, and we have the ability to embed the audio onto that video signal and have it converted either to IP or back to SDI. Here's a quick graphical representation of what that would look like. So if you have audio over IP coming in via Dante or AES67 and a video over IP signal coming in, we have the ability to convert that signal to SDI and back to NMI, so we've effectively embedded the signal together to create your audio with your video pair. Now, if you have SDI video coming in to the IP45F, we can now separate the IP signal into video over IP via NMI and also audio over IP via Dante AES67. The NXLK IP40F and NXLK IP45F are both housed in the NXL FR318 signal processing unit. This is a 3RU chassis equipped with 18 optional slots that supports hot swappable operation of the NXLK IP40F and NXLK IP45F. So if you want to set up a signal processing core with your IP40F boards or your IP45F boards, the NXL FR318 is what will allow you to do that. For monitoring purposes, we've also created the NXL IP4F. Now this is effectively an NXLK IP40F in a miniaturized box that can be mounted at the back of a production monitor. It also has dual 10 gig SFP Plus ports and supports 1 HD channel or 1 4K channel. It does support clean video switching, network redundancy, and is SNMP capable for control and monitoring. Sony has also created its own 10 gigabit per second SFP Plus transceiver called the OTM10G SR1. It's not required for operation with the IP Live production system, but we figured it would be something nice to have as you are building your end-to-end system that we can also make a part of the overall architecture. From the acquisition side, we have the BPU 4500. Now the BPU 4500 is the baseband processing unit that connects to the HDC 4300 or the F55 4K Live acquisition systems. It provides 4K and high frame rate outputs from those camera systems and also has NMI connectivity built right into the chassis. Another camera unit is the HDCU 4300, which is a combination of a baseband processing unit and a camera control unit into a single chassis. It connects directly to an HDC 4300 and it can output 4K and HD signals simultaneously in addition to high frame rate signals. It is also NMI enabled, as you can see there highlighted in red. On the production switcher side, we have the XVS-Series, and pictured here is the XVS-8000, which is built from the ground up to support 4K and IP production workflows. The XVS-8000 in particular has 5 MEs and can also be configured to operate in 10 logical MEs, supporting 40 inputs and 12 assignable outputs in 4K. It has 8 full keyers per ME. It also works with our flexible X-panel control panel, which can also be disconnected and reconnected in a modular fashion for the most flexible operation. The XVS-8000 is a part of series of products. We have the 8000, the 7000, and 6000, all built from the ground up to support 4K and IP, as well as SDI workflows, so you can truly select a switcher based on your needs. The next offering in the IP-enabled lineup is the PWS 4500 4K and IP production server. This is a powerhouse tool that supports up to 4 channels in 4K and 8 channels in HD, and also has the added ability of supporting HDR recording and playback as well. The server can be configured for standard replay operations, supporting up to 120 frames per second in 4K or up to 480 frames per second in HD. Alternatively, the server can also be configured for an ISO record application, allowing you to record up to 8 channels in HD or 4 channels in 4K. The server also fully integrates with post-production workflows, allowing for file transfers to external storage locations such as network-attached storage or removable hard drives, and fully integrates with popular nonlinear editors, including Adobe Premiere Pro and Avid Media Composer. One of the biggest values of our IP-enabled product lineup is the fact that it truly allows you to grow your system. Each one of the products that I've described today supports hybrid operation, both in SDI and IP. A great example of this would be the XVS Production Switcher series, which can be configured on a board-by-board basis to support SDI or IP connectivity. You can truly build a switcher that has SDI and IP inputs and SDI and IP outputs. So you can start today in a hybrid environment and grow to an end-to-end IP environment as you need to. That's it for today's video. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a line in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one.